We certainly have. You can have a dance or we go public. We've got 3 on. Carmen, good evening. Good evening, Carol. Good evening, Alice. Hello, James. Lisa, James bet you again. Hi, Louisa. Good evening, Amanda. Hello, Julie. Good evening, Anne-Marie. Can I ask you to share out, guys? Share the page. Tell us where you're from. Highlights. Go through your phone book. Send them all a message. Thank you for your stars, Karen. Thank you for your stars, Morag. Good evening, Martin. Hello, Janet. Thank you for your stars, Lisa. Good evening, Carol. Thank you for your stars. Oh, it's going up now. It's zooming up. Thanks for your stars, Chris. Our Rita's on. Hello, Carmen. Oh, it goes like slow and then it just zooms up. If I don't mention you guys, I do apologise. Yes, good evening, Agnes. Hello, Joy. Good evening, Mags. Evelyn, hello. Thank you for all putting at highlights. Bet you don't know where we are, do you? No. Good evening, Kizzy. Hello, Amanda. Tina, thank you for stars. Hi, Jane. Hello, Linda. Ah, Kate looks well tonight, doesn't she?
So she says laughing behind camera.
We've both got really bad backs. we need one of those double scooters to get round tonight. Good evening, Andrew. Hello, Angie. Thank you for your stars. Beautiful people. Good evening, Carol. Good evening to our beautiful mods. Our Mandy. Our data analysts. Hello, Judith. Hello, Hazel. Thank you for the stars, Tracy. Got 206 on. Come on, guys, let's share away.
We'll start in a few seconds, are we?
A few seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 seconds, or maybe just a few more. Just a few more. They're all giving it highlights. Thank you, highlights. Yeah. Hiya, Jill. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Trudy. Yeah, you're in for a treat. We're here for 2 minutes.
I'm so excited, I can't even stand still.
We've got worms. Good evening, Amanda. Thanks for your stars, guys.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Candice, hello. Right, 223.
Right.
Let's go.
Right. Good evening, guys, and welcome to Retford Ghost Hunters. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm in the happy place, aren't we, Bev?
Yes, in a graveyard.
Yeah. We've come back to the beautiful, stunning, historical city of York. Can you just thumbs up if you can hear? Okay, signal's okay before I make a start.
Lots of love hearts at the minute.
Yeah,
Thumbs are coming up.
brilliant.
Yep, lots of thumbs.
Lovely. So tonight is myself, Kate, and Bev's on camera at the moment. So we decided to come back to to York. So we thought we'd take a couple of different locations this evening. So we're going to have a walk around and see what we come across. So,
Wow.
if somebody's excited. So we're going to start in this beautiful, location. Would you say it's beautiful, Bev? It's different, isn't it?
It is different, and if you didn't know, you wouldn't know if you walked past that it was here.
No, it's like in the middle of a housing estate. If you want to show me, in the middle of a house.
It is in the middle of a housing estate, guys. We are in the middle of a housing estate. Oh, hi. There you go. Yeah, so we've walked into this housing estate for you.
Into this garden of a graveyard. And we've come here this evening. Do you want to tell them where we are, Beth? I'll show them.
Do you want me to show the grave?
Yeah, let's go.
So we've come to show you a very famous person, which, excuse me for walking on the grave, but there you go, guys. Mr. Dick Turpin himself. So we thought we'd start off here tonight at his grave. Obviously, he's known as John Palmer, but is well known for being Dick Turpin. The notorious highwayman and horse stealer executed at Tyburn, April 7th, 1739, and buried in St George's Churchyard, which we're actually in now.
Yeah. Right, so...
And if I stand back, you can actually see his gravestone there. How lovely is that? But like I said, you wouldn't know it was here because all the rest of the gravestones are actually, even though there's quite a few of them, they're all laid flat. You can't really see them. Right, Kate, let's go.
I'll tell you the little story about John Palmer. So he was born in 1705 and he obviously lost his life eventually in 1739. John Palmer was known as a highwayman. He was actually a butcher, or apprentice butcher, which he followed the career of his father, who was a butcher by trade. Like I say, he got involved with the Gregory gang, notorious for highwaymen stealing horses, etc., etc. He fled Essex and he came and made his way up to York in Yorkshire. I think just outside of York there's another town called Beverley, and he actually got arrested for shooting a cockerel, of all things. He was taken and brought to the Castle Prison down near the Castle Museum, where he was held in a cell until he was brought to trial. He was found guilty, and then obviously he was hung out on the Tyburn, York Tyburn, which is the tree named after...
Talk to him while you're on there,
Can they not hear?
No, we've got this problem again with...
Oh, it's out of case. Just a second, we'll turn me around, guys. So he was brought, like I say, he was hung out on the Knavesmire, which is now the York Race Course. Just let me see if my volume's turned up. Yeah. Is that better, guys?
Has it turned up?
Yeah, it's turned up. Can you hear me? I think it's the phone rather than Kate being quiet. If you can just let me know if you can hear me better now, guys. Is that any better?
It's very bizarre, isn't it? We need to sort
Yeah,
this
I don't
microphone
know.
rubbish out.
Can you hear me? No.
No?
No, coming out. Hello. Much better. Thanks, Gaynor. So, like I say, he was taken to the Knavesmire out on the racecourse, which is about a mile from the outside of the city walls here in York. So what he did was, he was taken down to the gallows to be hung. They called it the three-legged mare, which is basically, they could hang 3 people at any one given time. So rather than him actually be hung and suffering from his death, he knew what was going to happen. He climbed to the top of the ladder with the noose round his neck, and before the topsman, who was at the bottom of the ladder, who would shake the ladder in order for them to fall, he decided to jump straight away, which he would break his neck and obviously die. So that was the tale of John Palmer. Oh no, sorry, I've missed a little bit out. So the reason why he got, sorry guys, the reason how he got found out is when he got shot by a cockerel. He got took to...
He was shot by a cockerel.
No, he shot a cockerel. He got took to the Castle Museum, where there is actually a holding cell that you can actually go and visit now. What happened was, because he gave his name as John Palmer, which is an alias to Richard Turpin, they actually found out... Eventually, he wrote a letter down to his brother-in-law down in Essex, wanting some help. Now, back then, the postal system was very different to what it is today. So, back then, you didn't actually pay for a stamp. You popped the letter into the post, it got delivered, and then the receiver at the other end would have to pay the stamp charge. The brother-in-law received the letter, saw the stamp mark dated from York, and he thought, I don't know anyone in York. I'm not paying for a stamp. So he gave it back to the postal master. the postal master actually had recognised his handwriting and said, this isn't John Palmer, this is Richard Turpin. I recognise that handwriting. And this gentleman, the postmaster, actually taught at his school, and he taught John Palmer himself, who was also known as Richard Turpin. So that's when he got found out, and then he obviously got hung down at the gallows.
And his body was actually on display for people to visit, and they paid a penny to actually look at his body.
Yeah, so apparently there's a few different stories, but his cronies actually got his body and actually took it to the Blue Boar pub, and which is just in the centre of York, basically, where he was laid out and he was put on view, and apparently you could, like Bev said, you could pay a penny to actually go and view the body. So that's the story of John Palmer.
His body was actually, once he was buried, his body was actually dug up and stolen initially, wasn't it?
Apparently, yeah.
And they managed to get the body back, reburied it, but put was it lime or limestone?
I'm not sure.
And they're saying that his body's still here today.
Thank you for your stars, everyone. So, hi, everybody saying hi. So, that's wrong one, that's the other one. So, so just a little story about the three-legged mare. Yeah, we've got a picture here for you to have a look at, just so you can see.
That's it, light off, or cover it a light.
Sorry, guys.
That's it.
That was a three-legged mare that was actually taken a picture from the York Racecourse. You see that? So, like I say, at the bottom of the ladder, you had a gentleman that actually shook the ladder, and he was called a topsman. Where was the cockerel buried? I don't know, I think he was eaten for tea. So, so basically, like I say, and they could hang up to 3 people on this three-legged mare. There is actually a pub in York, thanks Bev, there is actually a pub in York called Three-Legged Mare as well. It's not a wonky donkey, but yeah. So someone says he was buried near the River Ouse, I believe. So
River Ouse is just over there.
Yeah, it is. So just a few little tales that we've got from the hangings, what they used to do. One of the tales is that the hangmen would actually sell the ropes that have hung famous people. Hence the saying, money for old rope. What else was there? Penny for old rope. And also, when there was hung, or when they did hangings, they used to get the family members to pull on the body while they were hanging to try and break the neck if they hadn't already, just to end their life quickly for them. That's where the other saying comes from, pulling your leg. There is also another tale. So when they used to obviously hang people, they would give them one last drink. Now this one last drink was actually funded by the state or the government or whoever, and this particular gentleman in question at the time, he was to be hung, he was on his way, and they said, stop for a drink, and he said, no, I've never drunk in all my life, I don't want to drink, thank you very much. So there he was taken down to the gallows and he was hung. 5 minutes later, or 10 minutes later, a young boy turned up waving a piece of paper holding out his reprieve. So obviously he was going to be saved from his death, hence the saying, one for the road. So, if you ever get offered a drink, one for the road, it would have saved his life, but unfortunately, he refused. So that was a little story about John Palmer. We also have a little story as well about the Yorkshire Witch. Her name was Mary Bateman. I don't know if anybody's heard of this tale. She was a bit of like a con woman. She was born just outside of, I think, York, somewhere in North Yorkshire. She worked, when she was 13 years old, she went and worked for a family in service, I believe.
Leeds, isn't she?
Yeah, and then eventually she moved to Leeds, where she met and married a husband. But she was actually originally she used to make dresses and clothing, but then she got wind of making money from like potions and things like that. And she was a con lady. So what she used to do is obviously sell potions and say she could heal people and things like that. This particular man and lady, a married couple, were having problems. The lady, she was suffering from nightmares and visions and things like that. She was very troubled by spirits and things. So she was called Rebecca and Matthew Perigo. They went in an attempt to seek some help where they came across Mary Bateman. She said, oh, if you cross my palm with some money for a good sum, I can solve that for you. So the couple were that desperate in an attempt to save the marriage. She said to them, right, here's this white powder. I'm going to give you this white powder. If you bake it into a pie, eat it when it's full moon, your troubles will be over. So, of course, they paid the fee. They went home that night, made the pie on the full moon, sat down to eat it. The husband took one bite, spat it out and said, oh, this is absolutely disgusting. Rebecca was absolutely desperate and she just ate the pie. Later that evening, she was having fits. She was screaming, writhing around in agony. She had seizures. And what happened was later that night, unfortunately, her life came to an end. Matthew was absolutely distraught, thinking that he'd done something really bad. He went to the authorities and he said to the authorities, oh, I've lost my wife. And they said, well, what happened? Told them the story. And the authorities thought, wait a minute, they told you to bake a white powder into a pie. So they said, yeah. So they said to him, have you got any of this powder left? And he says, well, I've got this pie that's left over. So they obviously found out that this was actually arsenic that they'd actually given her. So unfortunately, that's how she lost her life. And she was taken again down to the York women's prison, where she was held until she was taken out onto the three-legged mare and she was hung. There were some talks about it as well when she was actually being put on trial. I think it took 11 hours for them to decide whether she was guilty or not, because she turned around and said that she was with child and that she was 22 weeks pregnant. The authorities had to ask, the ladies on the jury, I think they were all married women, had to reach that decision as to whether she was telling the truth or not. And unfortunately, they decided that she wasn't. So we've got a little picture here of the lady in question herself. I'll just turn you around.
Right.
You see that, guys?
And can we just say Mary Bateman pies will be available starting this weekend. RGH UK prices, of course.
Discounted.
Discount if you buy a dozen.
Sorry, don't, because I'm
Thank you.
So, that is the story, guys. So what did you think to that, then?
I need to move.
You need to move?
Back,
Yeah.
Still.
So, I think I've covered it all up to now. Just let me just hold that bed for us, please, while I just check my...
We love Mary Bateman pies.
You know.
Get your orders in from the merch pie page. Let's have a look at these few grey as well. I think this one here, I managed to read this one. Let's have a turn you round. Seen enough on my mug.
Oh, I haven't finished bed. I've got parts of it.
Talk so much now, we're busy. Rebecca. It's weird how they're all laid down, isn't it? And John Reynolds.
Just let me add to this little story. So going back to the Mary Bateman, do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, just point it address on.
Right, so the story of Mary Bateman as well, because she was actually a famous witch and she was very, very well known, what they did was, when she was to be hung at the gallows, she had 30,000 spectators to actually come out and see the hanging. And it was quite common back in those days. They used to actually print leaflets and tell you who was going to be hanged that day and what times. And it was actually like a family outing, apparently. When she was actually hung from the gallows, she was then taken on a cart and taken to Leeds, back to Leeds. Now 20,000 people actually walked behind this cart. I think it was like 20 miles, and followed her to the museum in attempt to see her body. And I think they paid 3 pence each. So you can imagine how much money they made, because they thought because she had magical powers, they thought before she obviously was hung that she would come back to, like, something would come galloping and save her, and, you know, save her life, something supernatural. But of course it didn't. So, thanks, Bev.
And the body was at the Thackeray Museum.
Yes, the Leeds Thackeray Museum.
It was until recently, and it's now been moved to Leeds University.
You could see a skeleton, but they took it down for a family, out of respect for a family.
Yeah, you could have gone and seen her. Thackeray Museum, very interesting place. Right, let's go for a walk. How's us viewers? Let's just see.
Let's have a look. Are we all alright? Can you hear us alright?
Is his viewers stunning?
I can live there. Yeah.
Yeah, 299 on. I like 399 myself. If not 499.
Come on, give us another share out, guys.
Right, so we're off for a little toddle now. We would have showed you the board, but there is some people actually reading it now. So, yeah, we're in a... It's very bizarre to be in a housing estate, isn't it? We'll show you the church shortly, which is over the road. It's actually a nice... That's a really pretty church, isn't it? I wish we had a magic key so we can just go in these buildings, you know.
No, wouldn't it be ace?
That's what we need.
Night when there's nobody there.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. We can't go to the boat, there's people there. But it's just got all information on that. Kate's just said anyway. Yeah, and
that's
they can
St George's Church.
Yep, that's the St George's Church. Isn't that beautiful? Let's go outside so you can see it. We are in beautiful historical York. Look at that. Gone are the days where churches used to be open 24/7, you know. They used to be open all the time, churches. It should be a house of God.
I think they'll be open all night, no. It'd be because of vandalism, won't it, I suppose. That's
Just people, just
no respect.
trashing, wrecking them. So, yeah.
What's the bar?
What did you think it was?
What's it like an old radiator outside?
What's that say on the wall there? There.
Top secret's light. St George's Roman Catholic Church.
So this was the cathedral church for the whole of Yorkshire from 1830 to 1864. It was designed in the early decorated style of Joseph, wow, what's that say? Aloysius Hanson in 1803-1882, who was a native of York and lived in Micklegate. He was an architect for many notable churches and civic monuments, both in England and abroad. He was also the inventor of the hansom cab. And this fine church was built in 11 months at a cost of £3,550.
You could buy 3 of them, but...
That's a bargain, isn't it? We'll have one for each day at week. He's looking a bit rough these days now, aren't they? Bless him. Why do they always look so sad? Look at him. Oh, and there's light. Wow, look at chin on him. A side view of that. It's like Bruce Forsyth, isn't it? Good church, good church. Ignore us, we've got bad backs. That's what it does to us. Yeah. I love York. That's the first time I've seen graffiti in York, that. There. Yeah. Yep, I think we can. So there's a bit of walking in between, guys. We want to show you bits that are different. And then we'll probably end up in the centre again. There's a lot of things that are on outskirts of York, but we'd just be in and out at Kyle, wouldn't we? Oh, it'd be quite crazy. So you can look at the architecture. This is new buildings, as you can see here, which do not blend in whatsoever.
Is that something in there, or is it?
No.
It's not, is it? No, it just looks fairly big up camera, doesn't it?
I'm talking about architecture, do you mind? That's a nice, stunning little house there, isn't it?
Oh, that's very old, isn't it? Bricked up windows, window taps.
How lovely is that? I don't think I'd like to live next door to a car park. Are we going down here?
Yes.
It's really weird as you come to, 2 minutes to the city centre, and yet there's all these buildings, and then all of a sudden it just changes, doesn't it?
This years ago, this area was where all the slums was. This was the really slums of York, this. Yeah. Can't believe it now, can you? Completely different.
Absolutely. So have you got any questions, guys? If so, we're not answering them.
Because we're walking.
Let's ask them. Let's ask them about how many women were burnt for being witches.
Yeah, so guys, a quick question for you. What was the capital punishment for witches? Comment below and let us know if you think you know. What was the capital punishment for witches in England?
Let's see who gets it
So
right.
you'll have to read comments, Bev. I'll keep an eye on answers.
I've been to York many times, read about the Yorkshire Ripper.
Yorkshire Ripper. He was from Bradford.
It's
once,
Bradford,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Peter Sutcliffe.
Maybe you were visiting.
Yeah.
I lived in Leeds when he was doing all what he was doing. It was
Did you?
it was horrific.
Oh, imagine. It must have been frightening to go out on a night time, didn't it?
Antoinette Jackson says I'm mad.
Maybe you're mad. We know that.
We've got Tina hanging, Sinead hanging. Well, not literally, they're saying hanging.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else? Any more? I'll tell you.
I think Sue means ducking stool. She's put dunking stool.
Yeah.
Precious has said dunking. Shirley's called it the ducking chair.
It was the death penalty, guys. So if you think how they killed them.
Execution. Dunking in the river. I'd just give them a few of Mary's pies myself.
God, she'd have killed all the population off, wouldn't she? She'd not found that.
They're all saying, a lot of them are saying dunking stool.
Yeah, that was just like a capital punishment, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
think. But the actual execution of witches.
Everyone's saying they were burnt at the stake.
Right, so burnt at the stake. So how many witches do you think were burnt at the stake in England?
So Gary has put, weren't witches asked to join RGH as a punishment? Wow. I think you need blocking, Bumble.
Who does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Burnt them.
Burnt. But how many do you think, guys, then, for burning, how many do you think was actually burnt in England? We need numbers now. So comment below.
Come on.
Tell us how many in England alone do you think?
How many women were burnt for being witches if you think it was burning? Elaine says brunt. I don't know whether that's burnt and brut.
Burnt.
Put a bit of brut on and burn them. Brunt. Trevor says 1. Susan says 3. Andrew says plenty. Martin, thank you for your stars. Tina says 3. Phoebe says 2.
The numbers are quite low then.
Sarah said none.
None.
Claire said
more?
none.
We'll keep.
Shirley said 1,000.
1,000. Wow. Keep coming, guys. Keep giving your figures.
Gwen 0. Tina 3. It's like bingo.
Line, full house.
We've got none. Thank you for your stars, Anne. Quite a few of them are saying none now because they'll have Googled what's going on.
Oh, right, okay. So, in fact, guys, the capital punishment for witches in England, none was actually burnt. The capital punishment was hanging. So well done to those that said hanging.
Yes.
Brilliant.
York loved a bit of hanging, didn't they?
They were mad for it, weren't they?
Undrawn, quartered, hanging.
And they didn't discriminate, you know, here in York. They did men and women.
Yeah.
They just, yeah. Like I say, they could do 3 hangings at a time on the 3-legged mare.
Wheeled him through on carts so everybody could see him, follow him.
Quite a lot, wasn't it, really?
I'll show you that over there, guys.
Oh, that's the antique. That's the front of it.
Not the guy sitting down, I mean. You double tap on this arm on me again.
Just zoom like you would. Do it at the top there. Should zoom. No, is it not doing it?
Can you try zoom, please? Mount Clifford Tower.
Yeah, I can see it. Let's have a look.
That's it.
Clifford's Tower there, guys, in the distance. You can just see it. Yeah, thank goodness I'm alive in 2024, ain't it just, eh, Nikki? Definitely. Yeah.
You're right, they have kept the front of that.
They have,
I
look.
love that
I
place.
did. Guys, I don't know if anybody that's familiar with York, we came down here earlier and they've knocked all these buildings down. We thought this used to be like obviously an antique centre. And I'm like, oh no, they've actually got rid of it, but they haven't. They've kept the facade of it. Looks like they're going to keep it, Bev.
Yeah, they've only got front of it. That's
Yeah,
it, facade. We want antiques inside, love.
Oh no, that's long gone, love.
The Red Lion.
Got the Red Lion pub.
That's quite old.
Yeah. Should we have a look at that little sign outside that thing?
Yeah.
We're going to take you round. Oh, maybe
Too
not.
many people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Just putting you down, guys, a minute.
So I don't know how they operate.
Right, so we're just here at the Red Lion. Can't get all this writing in, guys, but I'll read it out to you if you can hear me. It says, known originally as the Three Cups, most construction dates to the 16th Tudor era. Foundation, material and parts of an early bread oven are late 13th century. A priest hole on the first floor accesses a chimney stack. This is rumoured to have been an escape route used by the infamous highwayman Dick Turpin. The pub may still be one of his favourite haunts.
I'm gonna just show them it.
Yeah, look at this, guys, isn't it stunning?
Look at the sides of it and everything.
Can you see that?
That's
Really,
beautiful, isn't it?
it's really old, isn't it?
So if you come to York and you want to see Dick Turpin's grave, this is 2 minutes walk from it.
Yeah.
So you can go and see if you feel anything in this pub.
Oh, look at that on top of there, isn't it pretty?
It's moon.
It's moon.
Roof.
It's moon through no trees, look. Yeah.
Right, we're going.
Yeah, we're going to carry. It's Merchants Hall up here, yeah.
Oh, I'm Merchants Hall.
Yeah, so we're just going to take you down the street, guys. That down there is Fossgate. Again, I think that was a slum area as well back years and years ago.
Building at end.
Where?
Look at it, how it's slanted.
Oh, right down there. I'd have to walk right down there, Bev. You can't see it on camera from here. We're just going to go take you around this way.
It's amazing.
Be careful.
So
Thanks, ladies.
You've got a pub that's so old as that, and then you've got buildings, which you should be banned from building stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get a view there over the wall.
Sorry, guys, if I put you down, it's because there's people walking towards us, that's all. So, we're coming down here now, and on our right-hand side, apart from the wall that you can just see,
That's a beautiful view.
oh, look at that. So we've got the River Foss just down there, guys. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but isn't that lovely? So nice.
Can we get in there?
No, it's gated off. They shut it all off on a night. You see? Beautiful, innit? Yeah, so I'm going to take you down, get a closer view of this building. It's absolutely beautiful place, is York. I don't know about your, would you say it's your favourite place, Ben?
It's one of my favourites.
It's my most favourite place ever. I don't know, it really sounds really weird, but when I come to York, I feel like I've gone home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. You've probably been hungry, are you?
Probably have. I'll probably Mary Bateman, won't I?
Which?
Rich.
Can you make pies?
I can.
Say no more then.
Yeah. Put your some arsenic in. Look at that, isn't it lovely, guys? Yeah, it is lovely. Especially down by the river, like you say, Pamela, yeah. York is a beautiful place. Absolutely stunning history. Absolutely. There's just so much history. You just... You'd never be able to tell all history that's happened here over years. We don't even touch it, do we?
It's history on history on history.
Yeah.
Everything's built on history, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So here, guys, I don't know if you can see this, but this building here is called the Merchant Adventurers Hall. I've got a
like
little
a dress on the wall, isn't it?
Yeah, is it a figure or something?
No, it's the umbrella.
What's that statue there? It's like a beetle. Beetlejuice. Yeah, so this here, guys, is a timber frame building, and obviously you probably guessed its name. Merchant, I know I've told you, but that's where it derives its name from.
Merchant's Hall.
It was actually, the construction of this actually originally started in 1357 and it was finished in 1361. So God, you can't imagine, can you, how old that is? It's surprised it's still standing, really, isn't it? Original features, yeah. 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 Apparently they were actually, those windows were added later in the 17th century. They were like little tiny slits that let a tiny little bit of light in, and smoke from the chimneys to let the smoke out. Yeah. So basically where this is situated, guys, this is actually the foundations of a Norman mansion. Archaeological excavations, they actually found Norman and medieval artefacts that showed that it's been in use here for over 1,000 years. The timber that's constructed from it is actually taken from a forest of, I think it's Garters, it's a forest near York, and it was cut and erected originally off-site and then it was brought back where it was erected here, and it's in its proper place. The reason why they did that was just to ensure that it all fitted together. And it says that's over 20,000 bricks that were used to build the ground floor, yeah. To which some are found to be the oldest in England as well. In 1373, King Edward III gave a licence for the Undercroft to be used, which allowed 13 people who were too old to work and were sick. So basically it was used as like an almshouse on the Undercroft, and you can actually go in and visit that and have a look around to today. There is, over centuries, the floor has been raised down in the Undercroft, obviously for flooding. The highest recorded flood was in 2015, and it has been recorded, and you can see that today on the wood if you go in and have a look. The chapel, there is a chapel in there as well, so that was built in 1411. It once had 3 altars, but when the Reformation of Henry VIII, all that was taken away. And in 1601 it had 3 additional cottages. Oh, sorry. It's because I'm leaning on wall and it's bent. Sorry guys, is that better? They were added to the hall. Yeah, 3 small cottages were added and they became known as the ante-rooms. They were first used to display the sale of the cloth and later as home for the caretakers and their families. And then obviously, like I say, inside there is actually a tall figure of Napoleon holding a tin of snuff. This actually came from France in 1820 all the way over to here, and it was used to advertise snuff, and it's the only model to have actually survived today. So yeah, the actual hall itself, if you Google image it, it shows it's like a nave, but it had to be built in 2 parts because the oak wasn't long enough to actually make one big hall, if you know what I mean. So there's 2 pieces constructed together that hold it up. Hauntings. So there has been some hauntings here that's been reported. Shadows moving across the floors, unexplained mists in the Undercroft. Monks have been heard chanting, children have been heard laughing, and they were down in the undercroft near the fireplace itself. There is actually still, I believe, burn marks as well in the wooden columns that show the use of the candles that they used back when it was like the almshouses, and the chaplains that looked after the residents held services in the chapel for them as well. So this is where all the trade meetings would have taken place, like for the cloth and things like that. So that's what that building was used for. So I just thought it'd be nice to show you guys this tonight, because we've not seen this before.
It is stunning.
It's absolutely beautiful.
You love it.
Yeah. I'm just going to pop you down because I can't really see. Well, you can see it through railings, guys, but
Plenty of history.
yeah, so it's all locked off on a night time. You can't get in, but it is worth a visit if you ever do come to York. It is lovely
One of the
inside.
finest medieval guild halls in the world.
Yeah,
How stunning. And there's your opening times. It's open on Sunday to Friday 10 till 4:30 and Saturday 10 till 1:30.
yeah, it is lovely, like I say.
Well worth a visit, guys.
And on display in there, you've got like the old wooden oak chests and the silverware. And there's a big set of double metal scales. Bev, you'd love them. You know, the old weighing scales for weighing the cloths and things out. They're on display.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It is worth a visit. There's not a right lot, but just for the chapel and everything, it
But
is.
there's seating outside as well, so you can have.
Yeah, there's got a
supper,
cafe.
there's a
Yeah,
cafe.
there's a cafe indoors. You can have a cafe and a
You can have a
drink.
cafe.
You can have a cafe
And a coffee.
and a coffee in the cafe. How's about that then?
Lit up tonight.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So we're just, it's getting a bit noisy here, guys. So if I put you down, it's because there's people about. York is busy all night, every night, but especially more so in the summer. I think.
Over the road from that, we've got the ancient Primark.
Yeah,
stores.
look how old this store is then, guys.
The
Look at
ancient
this.
Primark stores
I think
with
this one
Primark.
takes the biscuit, that, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Or a nice German doner kebab.
German done it. Or Ladbrokes, even.
Wow.
Oh, Gaynor, how long did it take to research all the absolutely hours, Gaynor? I've been at it every night this week for about 3 hours a night for about a week or more. So probably about 15 hours research altogether. Bev were laughing at me because I've got all my notes and everything, and she's like...
And I've got all my notes on my phone.
She's got her notes on her phone. It's took her about 10 minutes to research, and I've got like...
And I've got boatloads.
15 hours worth of... Yeah, it's just a historical walk tonight, guys.
You're after me notes, that's what you're after.
I am. She won't give me her notes, guys. She's tight, isn't she? So, we're just approaching here. On the corner is Lloyd's Bank. And for those that joined us last time, I'll show them that. I don't know if you can remember, we took you around to the Jorvik Viking Centre. In the Jorvik Viking Centre, they was doing some excavations here. Oh, back in, was it the 70s, Bev, I think?
It was.
And they actually did an excavation and they found a Viking poo. And they've got it on display in the Jorvik Viking Museum. So if you're ever here, it's worth a visit as well, just to see the Jorvik Viking poo.
We put pictures on for the church last
We
time.
did, yeah. Look how beautiful this church is, guys. Can you see that? Nice to see you do your own work, Bev and Kate. Thanks, guys. It does, like I say, this is why we can't really get to do these as often as we would like. It's just because of all the research and it's just time. But we do.
That's... Is it That's
3 tons.
That's haunted.
3 tons pub, yeah.
Yeah, that's haunted pub.
Yes.
3 tons.
Some people seen the poo. It's massive, isn't it? And they could always tell, and apparently now they're really clever. They can tell what the diet was of people back
want
then.
that job.
There was parasites actually found in his...
I won't want that job.
No.
Would you?
No.
What have you eaten yesterday?
No.
Hang on, let's have a look. Oof, Lord.
Gillian McKeith did it.
That's come from up there.
Yeah, it was absolutely ginormous. But that's where they did the excavations, just on the corner of Lloyd's Bank, just here. So, right. Did you want to do that pub? It's down there, Bev. It's up to you.
What is
Black Swan. No, it's you carry on about 5-minute walk that way. I don't know.
We can go wherever. We just
Yeah.
where it takes us.
Yeah.
That's the church we was on about, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's where this. So there's the Spirit of a Lady scene.
Can you? I don't know if I can hear you. Do you want to end it?
You'll remember this really well, guys. So we've got Lady Peckett's yard. Joseph Rowntree, I think we saw this last time.
We did. Just for those that haven't seen it.
So, Joseph Rowntree was born here over the Rowntree shop, which opened on the site in 1822. A Quaker businessman, social reformer and philanthropist. He worked here until 1869 before leaving to run the famous Rowntree Confectionery Company.
And now it is a stunning...
Now it is a stunning, can you believe it or not, Pizza Hut. I've got no words. And then we've got Lady Peckett's yard, which this is one of my favourites
nice,
to actually.
I
absolutely.
Victorian Street.
I love it. I love it. Get it, Red.
Formerly known as Bacuscal, Gaskell, Gale or Bake House Lane. Later given its present name by John Peckett, Lord Mayor, in 1702-03, and his wife lived here. By Old York custom, the wife of a Lord Mayor was called Lady for the rest of her life. So you could only be Lord Mayor for 1 year in
He
York.
is a lord for a year and a day, but she is lady forever and aye.
Yeah, that's it.
Who lives in a house?
When I thought, love you forever and a day. Did
Yeah,
you get that?
yeah.
Did you know what I'm on about?
They're not Rowntree's house. I thought I heard water then. I just absolutely love this little street, mate. Just look at it. Need to get in one of these houses, you know. I love it. You can imagine, can't you? Like, poor kids just hanging about down there, and I think somebody's having a bath in there, to be honest. There's something going on there.
York gin?
We like York gin.
I like gin, yeah.
The flavoured one's really nice.
Yeah.
And of course, we have got the Golden Fleece with the 5 famous ghosts. This is where our boss and Ron stayed, and our poor boss couldn't sleep all night because Ron were doing an impression of a pig. So make sure if you're coming to York, you visit this. They've got all the death masks on the corridor. Ghosts apparently at the back bar, the old guy.
Yeah.
Then at the front bar.
Jeff Monroe was the Canadian Airman.
Yeah. And then the child that got killed by a cat outside. This little church here, we was reading earlier on, because I didn't know, but there's a spirit of a gentleman scene in there. There's a lady in white scene, but there's also, during the night, a lot of people have heard organ music when there's nobody in there. And obviously we've got the shambles there. Right, which way shall we go? It doesn't seem as busy, it's very bizarre tonight.
And the air is alright.
Can you hear us still, guys? I don't think traffic's as bad tonight.
It's Fossgate.
It is.
You can get into the Adventurous Merchant Hall through that entrance, and it is nice as well, that entrance.
Something smells really nice here. We will come back up near the shambles, I'm sure, at some
Yeah, we'll
point.
probably touch on that on way back down.
Yeah, they can hear us loud and clear.
Oh, brilliant.
Here on our left, we've got the Roxy Ballroom. That's nice artwork over there. That's nice artwork. Quickly, we don't want to hear music, so quickly, we can't hear the music. Shh, oh my goodness me. Sing, Kate. No, don't sing. We're trying to... we don't want monetizing. Oh my goodness, he's singing as well. Quick, go. That was quick walking, wasn't it? Sorry about that, guys. There's been a lot of live singing tonight, hasn't there? When we got here, there was some
We do have a lot of
guy bellowing out in where market generally were. Antoinette loves your hair, Kate. It's a wig, love. It's a wig. It's a wig. It's a wig, love.
It isn't a wig. Listen to that. She'll tell you she's 60.
I'm not actually. I'm 60 in 8 days, love. Yeah.
Is it 8 days? Oh, that's gone quick, hasn't it?
Absolutely, 60's gone quick as well, love, I can tell you. The Shambles car park. They're doing a lot of work in York at the minute. We have noticed they seem to have knocking a lot of buildings down. So there's a lot of those massive cranes as you drive in as well, they're huge.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of work going on.
Revamping, rebuilding. So,
Yeah, but they're knocking old buildings down, which is not right.
no.
It's like we're walking around all new stuff tonight.
That's the pub there, look, can you see that? That's the top.
I can't see it.
I can see the pub from here.
They don't believe your hair's real.
I told her.
No, they all think it's a wig.
Why?
Because they do.
I don't know, weird.
My hair's curlier than yours, Kate. No.
I mean, is it lifted to go? Has it got a curl?
I've got a little wave.
Have you? Are you set to go around?
You're so funny tonight, Kate. You're amusing me. Right, we're not far off the next one, guys. It's not very nice looking at me, is it?
No. It's like all the nice old buildings in Central York.
We've got carpets and flooring, that quite. I think that's oldest building round this bit. So guys, who's going to visit Dick Turpin's grave next time they come to York? I don't like these new buildings at all. I don't like this at all.
It's changed so much inside.
Yeah,
Ken.
yeah.
I can't believe it. I think last time I came down here about 3 years ago. In fact, no, 5 years ago.
I just can't laugh at Bumble tonight.
What's
I
he
really
saying?
can't. I just can't. Just can't laugh at him.
What's he saying?
I'd look better. I'd look good in a bikini. I think you'd look a lot better. Lend me yours, Bumble. It is sad. It is sad, demolishing buildings. I'm very surprised York doing that though.
If we go, we can get a better view of it, can't we?
Yeah. My back's killing me. Is yours?
Yeah.
Bad back brigade today.
No, it's fine now.
I'm loving what they've done with these, you know. They've done it all down straight. How cool's them? They're really good. I love them. So this is the, we'll just show you now. We were going to show you this beautiful pub, but now what we've got is,
This is absolutely... You couldn't write it, could you?
I think there's a bit of bother in this pub, yeah.
Yeah, so this here, guys, is called Black Swan.
Take note, one of the cats is over the door there, guys. You know the cats. Can we zoom in here?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done it again. Ah, there it is. Can you see the cat, guys? There's one of the cats.
Oh, that's spoiled view, that, isn't it?
23 cats there is in York to find. And if you find all 23, it's supposed to be cursed, bad luck. So don't look for them all, please.
Do you want me to tell the story? Well,
Yeah, because I just need to rest.
yeah, have a seat, Bev. So, before these cars came along, destroy the view, this is called Black Swan, and it's now a Grade 2 listed building. It dates back to the 15th century, and it was built on the remains of a medieval inn for a gentleman called William Bowes, B-O-W-E-S. And it's said that he was actually a goldsmith to Queen Elizabeth I. He was quite obviously well-to-do, and I think he later became the Lord Mayor as well of York. After that, the Wolfe family owned it, and it says that it's reported to be a number of ghosts there. There's supposed to be a gentleman that's been seen with a bowler hat at the bar, and he's kind of fidgeting, and he tuts, giving the impression that he's waiting for someone, and then he fades away. There's also a story of a young woman. She's got on a long white dress, and she stands by the bar in the back room. And there's also another lady that's been reported to have been seen there, and she's a beautiful, stunning lady, and she's staring into the fireplace. And they say that she's actually a jilted bride. So. There's also supposed to be a small boy that staff they've called him, actually named him Matthew, and also he wears Victorian clothes and is known as a pickpocket. So this is really strange, guys, but apparently as well, what's been seen is it's only been seen by the legs down, and it's a pair of men's legs that have been seen on the staircase. So they can't actually really date or guess what era or time period this gentleman's from, because he's actually never been seen from the waist up. Yeah, not from the waist down, just the legs. Very strange. And there is also one last sighting of a ghost cat. The pub, I don't know if they still got it, but they have got their own resident cat, we call Salem, but there is also supposedly been sightings of another cat there as well. Now, for many years, there's been rumours that there's been a passageway from here, from this pub. I think around here there's a church. I don't know if it's down one of these. I think it might be further down. I don't know if it's down one of these side streets or something somewhere, but it said that there's a passageway that is said to run from the pub underground to the church. It links it to St Cuthbert's Church, and this dates back to when the house was first built. Staff had heard about the passageway, but no proof had been found by them, except for a curious feature, it says, in several steps down. Oh, right, in a cupboard there was like a feature, and basically in 2003 there were renovations done. Part of the floor was taken up, and electricians shone the torch down, and they could see a red style brick floor which receded off into the distance, into the direction of the church. So that's the only proof, I think, that they actually found of evidence. During the World War II, Second World War, it was used as a horse refuge, as it's got really sizable stables round the back. So, yeah. So that's that. So sorry I can't get to see it. I don't know if anyone's ever actually been in there. I've been in there a couple of times, and I must say, as you go in, there's a room, to the left there's a room, a little nice, it's all got old panelling. In fact, let me go over and see if I can show you guys. I just want to be careful because there's police, and I just don't want to, just see if we can get a little bit closer. So that's the room at the front that you can just see there. So that's the first room. There's a room to the right hand side, can't see it now, but that's the restaurant. And if you go down a passageway to the room to the left, there's a room, another bar, and that's where it's got a really nice big open, it's ginormous fireplace. I'll just turn you around. Yeah, it's got a really big open fireplace, and it's really, really cosy. But when I came...
In there tonight, there's that many police in it.
When I came out of the back room, you come into the hallway, into the corridor, and then the ladies' toilets is opposite. And no one's ever touched me, or I've never heard anything in the toilets, but I could sense that I weren't on my own in the toilets. And I've been a couple of times now, and on each occasion, you just don't feel on your own. It's the hallway and the ladies' toilets where I felt it most in there. But, yeah. So, turn you around. Let's go now. We're going to have a little wander. Are you all right now, Bev?
Stunning.
Right, let's have a look. We're going to go down the streets. Thanks, guys. Thanks. You all enjoying it? You what, love? Yeah, it's built on top of... So that would have been original, wouldn't it? And then later edition. So
this is the streets we need to be looking at, isn't it?
yeah,
You know, we walk over the road and you get all this, and then
Yeah.
crime army and stuff.
you can't believe it, can you? It's just... I love the quiet, off the beaten track. It's so quiet, isn't it? And I mean, look at this, isn't it beautiful? These little...
These statues.
Look at that, that would have been a doorway, wouldn't it? Can you see that, guys? In that window? Some kind of an archway or doorway or... Oh, look at them figures!
Parish.
St Saviour's, can you see that? Sorry, guys.
St Saviour's Parish.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, so we're going to have a walk up here. I mean, look at these houses. Beautiful, aren't they? I don't know if these are... Would you say these are old ones, Bev, or new, meant to look old? It's hard to tell, innit?
The new one.
Do you think they're new?
They're not old, no.
That's got that metal cross on for support, hasn't it? Can you see underneath that window?
Yeah.
Hope you're all enjoying it, guys. So we're just going to have a little walk down here, see where it takes us to... Oh, we can just see them... York Minster, can you just see it there? I'll zoom in for you. Enjoying it? Good. Good, good. So, this building... I've got something here, guys, just a second. This building was erected in 1759. Was the first and for 46 years the only Wesleyan Methodist chapel in New York. John Wesley conducted the opening service on Sunday the 15th of July 1759 and preached here on so many subsequent occasions. Its use as a Wesleyan chapel was discontinued in the year 1805. So it was built 1759.
So St Saviour's on the end was founded in the 11th century.
Was it?
Yeah, but the current building it dates from the 15th century. So they did build onto it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, look at the stairs to that.
Oh, you can't believe they can put something like that in the middle of all these old buildings, can
Crazy,
you?
isn't it?
You're enjoying it. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Love all your history, Kate. Showing us exactly what I would look at. What I would look at. Brilliant. Thank you, Kate. Oh, you're welcome. No worries. As long as you're all enjoying it. Thank you for all your lovely comments, and thank you so much, everyone, for all your stars this evening.
This is a nice little street to live on, isn't it?
It's very quiet, isn't it? Apart from my trainers squeaking.
I was going to say, what's going on with them?
I haven't paid for them. I've got to take them back.
Wow.
Don't tell everyone, though.
Shan't pay for the trainers.
It's all right. There's 248 people, aren't there? I have paid for them. They're about...
She hasn't. She's lying.
20-year-old.
How lovely is that? Don't shine it in the road.
Yeah, look, guys. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? It's your fault. Oh, look at this wall. Look at that.
Look at this wall.
No, look at it. That's
old,
right
isn't it?
old.
Well, the pillars are.
Look at that.
And they built on it as well. I wonder if that were part of St Saviour's Church.
No.
Do you think?
No, I think St Saviour's. Isn't that the... Oh, Crux is...
That one down there, I don't know, St Saviour's.
Is that what it is?
That's
Look at
fine,
that.
isn't it?
That's bonkers, isn't it?
And
And then look at modern houses behind it, guys. Sorry, I'm thinking I'm just shining camera everywhere, me. Sorry. Some people coming, I'll shine it down, guys. Oh, thanks, Martin, for your 500 stars. Thank you so much.
25 to 11.
You're all so kind, guys. It's 25 to 11.
Already?
Are you joking?
No.
Sorry, guys, I'm just putting you down. Thank you for your 100 stars, Marie. Thank you so much. Look at these beautiful Georgian buildings. Absolutely gorgeous. If you could pick a time to go back and live, Bev, what era would you live in?
I haven't really thought about that.
I'll put you on the spot there.
Around the old Georgian times. Victorian times even.
Victorian, would you? I don't know, because Victoria... Well, I mean, there were a lot of deaths anyway, weren't there, back in days gone?
Just to be able to walk around them. If you travel in time, just be able to walk around and look at the streets.
Yeah.
So like the Victorian London or
Yeah.
Georgian times or what.
Would you just like to come back for like a few days or a week just to see, or would you like to live a full life?
No, thank you.
No. Georgian for me, yeah, I love Georgian. I love Georgian.
I'd like to be able to like just potter about for a couple of days.
Yeah.
A bit like that film where you go off and you spend 3 years away and you come out, you've only used 2 minutes of your life.
Really? What film's that? I don't think I've seen that.
Music again.
So, you know, back in the Victorian era, I'll just talk a little bit about this while we're en route. So obviously the death rate was quite high back then, and it's said that people saved for the funerals more than the weddings because the death rate was that quite high. And I also didn't tell you about when we were down at the graveyard about years ago, people had a phobia of being buried alive. And what they actually did, they used to install like a pipe going down into the grave with like a chain or some kind of string, which they would tie to the corpse's hand. And if they were buried alive, they would ring the bell, obviously, and the guard that was on duty that used to watch over them would actually, obviously, alert the authorities, and they would come and obviously dig them up. Hence the saying, saved by the bell.
They have actually buried people alive.
Yeah.
When they moved coffins before, for whatever reason.
I'm just going to put you down, guys, because it's a road.
There were scratch marks on lids of a number of them, where obviously people were buried alive.
Oh, we're now on Guttram Gate, I think. I left in view. Yeah, it's Guttram Gate. So should we... Beautiful, isn't it? Cut that, guys.
Can't have that music.
I know. It's not copyrighted though, is it? It's just something. Sorry, we're just going to run past this, guys. Just a second. Sorry, it's just bear with us while we hurry up. Quite busy. Golden Slipper, Bev. Golden Slipper. Look at that pub, guys. And the Golden Slipper hanging up there. Look, how beautiful is that? Look at that.
Which pub did it tell you that? Was it the Golden Slipper where they'd actually found on renovation?
Yes, it was that one, I think.
The red slipper shoe.
Yeah, I think it was that leather shoe, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's supposed to be still on display, isn't it?
The signal's still alright for you all.
There's
I've got
so
5G.
many buildings in York that are built on top of other buildings, building after building. But we was on about this earlier, the amount of animals that were built, putting walls alive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was like an omen to ward off evil spirits, wasn't it?
Dogs, cats.
Look at this, guys. That's Williams College. We'll go to Treasurer's House and I'll do my little... You alright? Do you want to have a seat for a few minutes?
No.
You sure? Mine's killing. Yeah, then we'll go back down. So we're just coming round corner now. This is St William's College that you can see.
There we go.
We told a story about this last time. An alderman and 3 times Lord Mayor of York. He became known as the Railway King for his work in bringing the railways to York. It was here that he had his original draper's shop.
George Hudson, MP.
Yeah, it's owned by National Trust, that now, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, look at that, guys. How beautiful is that? Take some screen grabs.
Isn't it fantastic?
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. Just see the York Minster there, look, to the left. Oh, yeah, I used to love Quantum Leap. Oh,
Cakery.
oh, look at those guys. Crumbs, York. Oh, little mice.
Nice old gate.
Yeah. I'm just going to stand back a little bit so you can get a better view of it, because it is really nice. Yeah. I can see that, guys. So I don't know if you can remember, me and Bev came here last time and we told the story there about the two brothers that lived there, and basically they robbed one of the, what did they call them? The what were they called? That used to give service, priests or...
Priests, yeah.
Yeah, because they used to walk from here, from the Minster when they finished work, and they used to go down to Bedern, I believe, where they used to stay in their accommodation. Two brothers that lived here actually robbed him and killed him and left him in an alleyway. One brother was that guilt-ridden. The other brother actually killed him because he was frightened that he was going to actually go to the authorities and tell them what they did. So... That is the haunted, where the girl is seen at the window. That little window there, guys. Next to the... I don't want to shine it because it's someone's house. That's
on that window.
Screen grabs. Wait, it's gone blurry. Screen grabs, guys, on that window. That's where the little girl's face has been seen. She was a victim of the plague house. So basically, when we came here last time, we told you another story about that. Her family contracted the plague. Back then, the people used to come round and see if it would contracted it, and if they were showing symptoms of the plague, they would board them up in the house, put a red cross on the door to avoid entry and people coming in and out. And a little girl, turned out she didn't have the plague, and they later found her body, and she was starved to death basically, and she died of starvation. So... Oh, I can't get through here, Bev.
Oh, you can't. It's not on a night now.
No. Oh, that's a shame. I wanted to... Oh, we might be able to get down that cobble street. I'll just show them Minster. Right. Just show you this, guys.
Did you go around front of Minster?
Yeah, but I just want to show, see if I can see Treasure's House. Sometimes you can see it outside.
It's always locked, is this, on the night?
Yeah. Just show... Look at this cobble street, isn't it lovely? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the buildings. Look how wonky they are. Just let me stand here and show you how it bows out at the bottom here. Can you see it? It's amazing, isn't it? No, I don't live in York. I live about 45 minutes from York. I've been coming since I was a little girl. My parents used to bring me. And I've got such an infinity with it. I'm obsessed, shall we say. Can you tell? Yeah, so... Right, guys, just behind this wall here is the Treasurer's house. And we told a story here about last time. Right, I'm just going to show you into gardens here. Yeah, this is the only bit we can actually get to show you. I'm sorry, guys. I can't show you it through railings because of my light as well.
Let me try it.
Yeah.
Bear with, guys. I just won't drop it. Oh, don't drop it.
No, don't drop my bloody phone.
Is that better, guys? Can you see that? Yeah, they can see that. This is
Right.
statues in the garden.
While you're holding that, Bev, I'm just going to tell them a story. So in 1953, guys, a young apprentice named Harry Martindale was working down in the cellar on his own. He was up a ladder and he was hammering at the wall, when all of a sudden he heard a trumpet horn. He originally thought it was a radio from the sounds up above, and he carried on hammering at the wall. Again, this trumpet got louder and louder, and he looked down at the wall beneath him, and out of the wall he saw a Roman soldier come out.
Let's bring it back up, guys. So she's in the basement.
Yeah. The Roman soldier came out of the wall. Right? Do we need to turn it out? Do you want to see him? Oh, yeah. Followed by the first soldier was another soldier.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What was it?
Just heard noise, guys, in this house opposite. Somebody going upstairs, I think. So, yeah, so basically, in total, when one soldier appeared, there was another one that followed, until eventually there was 20 soldiers. Is that Minster Place? There's 20 soldiers.
What's he doing?
It's Minster Place.
You can hardly walk.
Yeah. There were 20 soldiers that came out this wall, and it was followed by a Roman soldier as well on a horse. Of course, you can imagine Harry fell off his ladder, scrambled into the corner of the room, and he waited until they come all from out the one wall and they disappeared into the wall opposite. As soon as the last soldier had come through the wall, he scrambled straight out the cellar. He ran as fast as he could, and when he got to the out of the door, the curator there says, "Oh, looks like you've seen the Roman soldiers, haven't you?" And apparently they have been seen a few times, but he vowed he would never ever, and to that day he never went back down there. He later joined the police force, I believe, and he didn't talk about his story until years after, because he thought everyone would think he was crazy from what he'd saw. These soldiers that he saw, they had strains of plumes of feathers coming out of the helmet. Like I say, in 1969, archaeologists actually excavated under the central tower at York Minster, which is just over there, Bev. I don't know if you can just show them over there.
There we guys.
They excavated, yeah. And they found remains. Oh, sorry. When Harry Martindale saw these Roman soldiers, he could only see them from the knees upwards. He couldn't see the actual feet, apart from a gully that was like where he actually could see the soldier's sandals that was
which is
wrapped
the
around his
total
legs.
opposite to the other spirit, which was seen
Yeah.
from the knees down.
So, when they did some archaeologist excavations back in the central tower at the York Minster, they found remains of the Roman headquarters building known as the Principia. I can't say it, Principia. The findings found one of the major roads
As well, copy you talking.
of the city starts from the headquarters building, and it runs under the treasurer's house out to the northeast of the city. And they found this Roman road 18 inches below the cellar floor of the treasurer's house, and this explains why Harry could only see could not see their feet when they first appeared, because they were actually originally walking along the original Roman road. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's also been a lady who was visiting the. I'm going to say, do you want to show your videos?
I think there's a lot of places. It's light flashing. I think there's a lot of places in York where the Legionnaires walk through, isn't there?
Yeah. We have got a picture, but we'll show you in a minute.
Yeah, just bear with.
Yeah, just bear with us, guys. I'll just get the sun light.
We'll just have a look at that. It's a beautiful building there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Picks up.
So we have got a picture of some things like down in the cellar. We're going to show you as well.
Bear with. Just sing amongst yourselves now.
You want that? No, it's the. Just turn it down. Just turn it. That's it. Right. So this, guys, is a video of. Let me turn you around. This lady was up in the treasurer's house. She was taking a photograph in the mirror of the dressing room, in the dressing table. And I don't know if you can see this on camera.
Start at the beginning. Right.
Right, just hold it still a minute. Can you see? There's like a shadow that walks, a lady in white walking behind her. I don't know if you can
There.
see that. Yeah. You see that, guys? So when she was actually taking that picture, she says there was nobody else in that room apart from herself, and she did actually happen to feel a gust of wind as well. Oh, we hadn't shown them the picture of Guy Fawkes about his signature. Oh, let's talk about the Treasurer's House picture of Harry Martindale first. Sorry guys, we're just going to show you the... So this is Harry Martindale as a retired... Yeah, he saw it when he was just apprentice. He saw the Legionnaires come through the wall. That's the gentleman. And then there's another picture down at the cellar itself, I believe. Just bear with us guys while we get there. This is like a photograph. Yeah, this is him working down the cellar. This is obviously original video, but this is like you can get a rough idea of what he actually saw, so you can imagine. And then there's another picture. This is the actual cellar.
That's the original cellar.
Oh,
on the wall.
Yeah, that's the cellar there, guys. You can actually go down and visit that as well. Yeah. So I just want to show him the signature. Sorry guys, I've jumped and I forgot to show you the picture when we're on about Guy Fawkes. So he was actually put on a rack, and he was on the rack for 11 days because they were trying to get him to confess, and he wouldn't confess whatsoever. So this is the stretching rack that he was put on.
They were only 5 foot, it was 6 foot when they got him off that.
Yeah. And then, if you want to show him the
signature.
Yeah, so when he was actually put on the rack and came off, we're just going to show you a picture of his...
So he did his signature before he was tortured, and then after he was tortured, after the rack. So you'll see the difference. Top one's before, bottom one's after he came off the rack.
So that's Guy Fawkes, Guido Fawkes, and that's his signature underneath after he'd been on the rack. I mean, you can see, you can't even write his surname. So you can not only see the physical torture, but also the mental torture from that.
Horrific.
Absolutely horrific. I forgot to tell you guys as well during my story.
Actually,
he was born into a Protestant family, and he actually, when he was 20 years old, he went to join the Spanish army, where he adopted the name Guido Fawkes. And obviously that's when they plotted against to kill the king. Was it King Richard I? And he was executed down in London. And again, he jumped off. Did I mention that he jumped as well as John Palmer? You know, the Dick Turpin. He also jumped to avoid the topsman as well, because they knew that what they was going to do to his body, he was going to be hung, drawn and quartered. And he thought, I'm not going to put up with that. So he jumped basically. But still, after he did jump, he obviously died instantly. But they still decided to hung, drawn and quarter him, sending 4 parts of his body to the 4 corners of the country, and his head was stuck on a spike at the Tower of London to warn, this is what happens to traitors if you ever go against the king. So, sorry guys, I forgot to tell you that. There's so much to remember. Oh, what's Gary doing there?
It's too pretty for Gary.
Too pretty for Gary.
Okay. That's
Gary.
Sounds a little...
Oh, thanks guys. Your history's amazing. I've learnt more than RGH
Guy
from school.
Fawkes, when he was sentenced, he actually was sentenced to death for stealing 2 horses. So despite him doing everything else, there's a lot of strange people doing things around here, you know.
Guy Fawkes was the conspirator, wasn't he, against the gun plot?
So last time me and Kate came here, we were standing here.
We were just round there, Bev. We were round there, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were standing here talking, and the live cut out. So as we were trying to sort the live out, we had what it sounded like a lump of masonry thrown at us, didn't we?
A stone or something actually thrown at us. Yeah. Thank you guys, thanks for all your stars, we do appreciate them. Yeah, you can't believe, I mean, people do actually get away literally with murder nowadays, don't they? I mean, obviously punishment and everything like that now, it's completely different time, different era. It was more severe. I mean, people were frightened to commit a crime, weren't they, in case of what obviously was going to happen to them.
I absolutely love this building.
Let me stand further back, guys, because just so you can get a better picture, because you can imagine I'm having to stand right back because it's just so vast, the sheer size of it, you just can't get it in on camera. I'm just standing right over here for you.
There's a the Roman column as well, if you can show them this.
There we go. See that? And it's so quiet now, isn't it? Oh, bless you. Yeah, so this, I'll show you this here. This is the Roman column as well. Guys, I don't know if you can see that okay.
And it stood within the Great Hall of the
Oh, thank you, Rach is on.
of the 6th Legion.
Right, read it out, Bev. Can you see it?
Yeah, so the Roman column once stood within the Great Hall of the headquarters of the fortress of the 6th Legion, whose emblem was built in the 4th century AD. It was found in 1969 during the excavation of the south transept of the minster lying where it had collapsed. It was given by the Dean and Chapter to the York Civic Trust, who in 1971 erected it on this site to mark the 1900th anniversary of the foundation of the city of the Romans in AD 71.
Someone says the live keeps cutting off. Can you just let us know if signal's all right, guys? Rachel's just joined because she's been out on supporters. Have you had a good day, Rach?
I feel like we're at the seaside.
Yeah.
Wanted to get in on it.
God,
Show me the windows
beautiful.
up there. Can we see the windows?
We zoom in.
So the east window of York Minster is the biggest stained glass window in the world. I can hear organ music.
Oh, should we go out front and have a look?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can. It might be practice or something. Should we go out front,
Maybe
guys?
I need to go and have a practice for them.
Yeah, show them how good you can sing, Bev.
I'm a stunning singer, mate. I'll let you play with organ though.
You tell fibs and all, don't you? Oh, look at this street down here, guys. We're probably going to come down there as well. That takes you down to Stonegate. And again, there is actually supposedly a Roman road that comes from the York Minster, and it goes all the way up out of York, past the York, down Stonegate, past the Mansion House, and out at the other side. So it's just, like I say, there's just so much history. We don't even touch any of it, really. But it is fantastic. Live is fine. Thank you, guys. Thanks for confirming. Thank you. But yeah, this church here is the Michael le Belfray Church. Again, this is where Guido Fawkes was baptised in April 1570, I think, off the top of my head. And he's supposed to have lived just round the corner in a cottage just behind the Guy Fawkes pub inn. What's she found? She's found some. You what, Bev?
He translated and published the first complete printed English Bible in 1535 and revised the Great Bible of 1539, sponsored by Thomas Cromwell. He was a major figure of the English Reformation and authorised version of the Bible in 1611 and the Psalms of the Book of the Common Prayer in 1662. Very interesting. Copies of his translations were long kept in this building, which from its erection in 1420 until 1810 housed the York Minster Library. I know, I'd like to look at that.
So you can, again, guys, you can visit the York Minster. In the Undercroft, you can actually climb the steps and go up on the top.
You go into the crypts.
Yeah, the crypt's underneath.
You need to book to go there, though.
Yeah, it is quite expensive, I think, isn't it? But it's York, isn't it? And I suppose they've got to maintain the building as well. I'm just bringing you down, guys.
There's all the spirits in there as well.
Yeah.
The dog that was bricks up alive by the masons in there, the dog. There's a gentleman that still hangs around his favourite pews. A female. There's quite a few in there.
Oh, it looks like, guys, they're doing this up. Michael, yeah. So that's where Guy Fawkes was baptised in 1570. And I think, like I say, April, he was a Protestant family.
Going down that way?
Are we going round to church, front church?
Because I need, well,
Yeah. That way? Do you want to go down? Or do you want to show them the window and then go down? It's up to you.
yeah, all these used to have obviously sculptures, but they've been moved off.
Yeah. We showed you this, guys, last time we came. Just show you around front and then we're going to make us way back down because time's getting on a little bit now. Gosh, it's 11 o'clock. Just going to put you down, guys. So, just stand back. It's not lit up tonight. Just going to take you over here, guys. Sorry, I'm throwing you about a little bit, but I'm just trying to get so you can see it again. There we go. Thank you for all your stars. Thank you so much, guys. We really do appreciate it. Thank you. Here we've got a little model.
Bronze.
If you can see that, guys.
How beautiful is that?
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? It's quite intricate, isn't it, really? A lot of work's gone into that, hasn't it? York Millennium Project. Provided by the Rotary Clubs of York Viking, York Ainsty and York, donated by York Conservation Trust, and they've even got it in Braille as well, look.
Yeah, it's all over us in Braille.
It's fantastic, isn't it? But I'm just going to show you here, guys. I don't know if you can see. Right, I'm going to try and point it out on camera. Just let me zoom in. This here, we mentioned it before. I don't know if you can see, there's like a love heart. This is known as the Yorkshire, is it Yorkshire Rose or something, of York. Sorry, it's a bit windy, guys. And apparently it said that if you kiss your loved one underneath the rose, then you're destined to be together forever and marry. Ah, thank you. Right.
Flowers are absolutely huge.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit dark here, Bev, so I don't know if you can really see much. Normally they light it all up, but they haven't tonight for some reason.
Somebody's plonking on that organ, I can hear it.
Yeah. So, again, sorry guys, we haven't shown you loads, but time's just absolutely run away. But we're going to keep on going. We'll keep you on till we walk back down. I'm just going to take a steady walk and then we'll show you some buildings on the way down as well.
And it's throwing out time, as you can hear as well.
Yeah, so it might be a bit noisy and a bit rowdy, so I might have to point the camera down, guys, just to let you know. Oh, someone said we kissed. Maxine, we kissed and been together 45 years now. Oh, that's so lovely.
That is.
Oh, brilliant.
There's so many stories of spirits that we haven't spoke about, we haven't told you.
No, I'm just going to turn my torch off, guys, because it's shining in people's faces.
I don't see anything, I don't think.
And they can see because street lights are on.
Street lights.
Street lights. This is Guy Fawkes Inn, and this is where, behind there, was reputedly to be Guy Fawkes' home. He lived in a cottage with his mum and dad. Unfortunately, his dad actually passed away when he was only young. I think he was about 8 years of age. But it's got all the old original gas lighting in the actual pub. It is beautiful. If you ever get a chance, honestly, I recommend calling in for a quick drink just to see the oak panelling, and it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Can you imagine? They must pay a lot for their insurance for gas lighting, wouldn't they?
Are you sure they're not? Are you sure it's gas lighting?
It's proper gas lighting.
I thought they changed it to the
No, it's proper gas still.
Flicker just like the light.
Yeah. Brilliant, so much.
Print.
It's been amazing. Thank you, Kate and Beth. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your lovely comments. As long as you've all enjoyed it, because obviously we like it if you know, obviously we know you enjoy it. Oh, look. Astrology, crystals.
This is really nice shopping.
Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't even know this is here. This is
been here years.
Has it? How come I've never seen this?
Fair Trade Eco Shop's been here a long time.
Has it?
Yeah.
That stone gate, guys, down there. That's where the Olivia Bonus shop is, which is very, very haunted. And I have had a personal 2 experiences in that shop. It used to be an attraction called Haunted back in 2011, and oh my goodness me, it was haunted. It really haunted. They didn't have actresses or actors or anything like that. It was just basically you went into a room. When you went into one room, it activated, the door sensor activated like a tape recorder where they would tell you the tales of people that lived there and the stories that happened to them. And right at the top of the very house, there was a room called the Seance Room. And the first time I went there, I'd gone with a friend, went into the room. There was a big circular table with all chairs around it. I think they had like a Ouija board in the middle of the table. Obviously we didn't participate or touch it or anything like that. I think it was just for show. Sorry guys, just bear with us a second. It's going to be a bit louder. Just going to put you down. And as we went into the room, the door closed behind us. My friend went over to the other side of the room looking out of the window. I was stood with my back to the door and I felt a hand, a full hand, placed on the top of my arm. I flew out that room. I literally flew out the room. And because I'm a glutton for punishment, I went back a few years to try and overcome my fear. I went back in the seance room, and this time there was quite a few people in there, and we were all just sat round the table listening to the story. But I felt in there a gentleman, a man, dressed in really old clothing, and he just didn't want you in there. It was absolute. I've never felt so uncomfortable in all my life, or picked up so strong on a spirit or an energy, or whatever it was. And it was awful. So, but now it's turned into a shop and it's Olivia Bonas. When it was haunted, it was owned by the astrologer, what's he called? Uri Geller, and what they call him, Summer Craven, was he? I think they owned it for a time. Oh yeah. Mad Alice's Lane.
That's where
Snicket Way.
The wife murdered her
Husband.
She murdered her husband, and it sent her insane. But they found her guilty, obviously. Killed her husband, and they hung her. But you can still allegedly see her running up and down there screaming.
Yep, Mad Alice's Lane. It is, guys. So it's still busy. I think, like you say, Bev, it's kicking out time.
You can tell if you can walk down here. I think
Yeah.
a bit earlier.
So.
That's the Indian.
Oh, have you been there? Yeah. Is it nice? Oh. Just show you this, guys. Look at this building. How cute's that? I've had to turn my light off because obviously. Yeah, it was a really scary experience, to be honest with you. I've never experienced such a dark, horrible entity like that in all my life. It was awful. I think I told the tale as well. I told my then boss at work about this attraction, and she didn't believe in anything like that, so she decided to go with her husband and her 2 children, her 2 daughters. And they went up into the seance room, and when they came out, it's like a narrow staircase going down, and she actually tripped up on the stairs, and she says, Kate, there was nothing there. She says, I didn't trip up on anything. She says, I'm telling you, something tripped me up. She says, my lace wasn't undone. She says, and when she told Dave, her husband, he says, yeah, you've tripped up. She says, Kate, she says, I didn't trip up. She says, something grabbed me and I went flying. So, yeah, it was really, really haunted. So we're going down here now to the Shambles. Yeah, I know, either brave or stupid, I think, for going back a second time. Yeah, this is the Shambles. Screen grabs, guys. Shambles, ancient streets of butchers of York, mentioned in the Domesday Book of William the Conqueror, takes its name from the word shammel, meaning the stalls or benches on which meat was displayed, later versions of which can still be seen. It was rebuilt in about 1400 when it assumed its present character. So it's absolutely, obviously, famous. Nobody there. If you want to take a screen grab, guys, well, there's nobody at all about on the Shambles. This is a very, very rare sight. So take your screen grabs, guys. You're welcome, everybody. We're nearly finishing now anyway, for those that's off to bed soon. So, famous street, Butcher Street, like we said, over 40. There's so many butcher streets. I think butcher shops down here on the street alone. Nearly every shop was a butcher shop. I keep saying street.
They'd hang all the meat outside or on the shelves, which you can see.
Right.
And all the blood would come onto down the gutters.
Yeah, down the gutters there, guys. This shop here is called York Ghost Merchant Shop. Now, I just want to tell you, this is where Margaret Clitheroe actually lived. She's got a shrine further down on the right-hand side, but that's not where she lived. People mistake that. This is where she actually lived with her husband, who was a butcher. So for those that don't know, Margaret Clitheroe, she was a Catholic, devout Catholic, and she used to... I'm not telling her, yeah.
Just bear with. There's lights on inside so you can see, look. How fabulous is that in there?
Thank you for your stars.
Look at the ceiling, Rose. I'm not calling you Rose, by the way.
I've been called worse.
How stunning is that? Yeah, get them told.
So she basically, yeah. So Margaret Clitheroe, she was known for harbouring Catholic priests in her own house. She would hide them in there, and obviously she got caught, and she was taken out onto the River Ouse, onto the bridge, where they placed a heavy board with big bold stone boulders, until eventually, unfortunately, she was crushed to death. And the sad thing about that is that she said that she was with child, and she wouldn't actually admit or proclaim a faith, and she said that basically only God can judge me. Those were the last words spoken. Because of who she was, they actually decided she deserved a proper burial, so I think people that obviously looked up to her found her body, gave her a proper burial, but what they did was they cut her right hand, and that is now on display at the Bar Convent Museum, guys. I know it's quite a bit sickly, but it's like a kind of a relic, really, because of who she was. So basically, yeah, she was a martyr, and she was canonised back in 1970. I can't remember off the top of my head. So this is their shrine, guys. So if you ever come to York, it's lovely in there. It's like a little chapel. It's very peaceful, very serene.
You don't hear none of the noises on shambles when you're in there. It's very quiet.
Yeah, Margaret Clitheroe, who was martyred in York, March 25th, 1586, canonised October 25th, 1970. Yeah, we missed the hooks, didn't we? But so the meats would have been hung up here, guys, on these hooks. You can't see the hooks, but we've got the bars still. So, the shop that must not be named, to the right.
Look at that.
Christmas. I'll show you that, guys. How beautiful that is. For our Macamo. Yeah, it was so sad. It was quite very barbaric, weren't they, back in the day? Really barbaric. Like I say, I mean, people don't nowadays.
I think it's a bit like taxidermy. So they used to do it with bodies, didn't they?
Preserve them, didn't they?
Because a lot of outlaws and stuff, they've got the heads in jars.
Yeah.
Pickled heads.
Yeah.
Parts of bodies. I suppose it's mummification's been going on many years, hasn't it?
Yeah. That's a little jingle way there, guys. Maybe you can see that. That takes you through to Whitmer-Watmer-gate, which is the most shortest street in York. They say it was named that, they think, or they believe, is because where they would whip people, I think, or give them some kind of a punishment back in the day.
It's about 50 foot long, isn't it? Is that, that's it?
Yeah, it's really tiny. So we are making us way back down, guys. I've got the Golden Fleece there again in front of us. Home to many ghosts, and like I say, where Ron and Rach did their sleepover not long ago. We've got the boar hanging above the door. Look at that church. Isn't that beautiful lit up? That is absolutely gorgeous. Just let me zoom in for you guys. Look at that. It's beautiful. The comments have stopped. Size of that door. Oh, cute. Good door, guys.
It's huge.
Cute. Yeah, it's nice though. York gin. Next to the cobbles. I think, yeah, they did. Yeah, that's right, Sarah. So the gullies, all the guts from the butcher's shops, everything was just left to run down the street. It never used to get cleared. I think it was once every so often. So you can imagine in summer, ugh, the smell. Ugh, absolutely putrid.
I'm surprised if, obviously they've painted all that, but a lot of the original woods there, I bet that is stained with blood.
Yeah, apparently. Did you see, Bev, as well? You say something down in the Golden Fleece, they've got the old Roman road or something, or something. They used to lay bodies out as well as something, was it?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to cross here, guys. Yeah, they did just to cut everything out. Everything that went out the windows, the gubbins, the toiletry, the sanitary, everything. So, yeah. And the reason why the shambles was built so close together, it was to protect the meat from the sun, which was quite clever when you think about it, wasn't it?
The smell would be horrific.
Absolutely. Ugh. In summer, even more so. Right? Can you imagine flies? You know?
In season, buckets of pee out your window, and then you've got your meat offal.
Gross.
How stunning is that?
Look at that, guys. Beautiful. Yeah, Derek, we actually went to the Brontes. We did a live there, didn't we, Bev? Derek just says we should go to the Brontes at Haworth. We did a live there, didn't we? A few months now? April time?
It's a while ago now.
Yeah.
We got rained on and snowed on.
We did. We got 4 seasons in one, didn't we?
Really, really bad.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one of the times we came to York, it got... was it the first 2 times it rained when we came here?
First time was okay. It was the second time we came to York it rained, wasn't it?
Horrifically.
Yeah, we got drenched.
Yep.
Look at these umbrellas, guys.
Mary Poppins Avenue.
Look at this. This is Coppergate.
Where the poltergeist is at.
It's supposed to be Body Shop, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Body Shop anymore now. I think it's closed, isn't it?
Yeah, Body Shop.
Yeah, there was a benevolent spirit in the shop.
The staff would not stop in there on a night afterwards because it would throw stuff about off the shelves.
Yeah, the boxes used to fly off, didn't they, or something? Look at these umbrellas, isn't it pretty, guys? Thank you, everybody, for your lovely comments. Rain and poo, Kate. Yeah, we did. We got rained on. And that hill was a killer, wasn't it, Bev? You up at Haworth.
You were hallucinating. If it was at Bramwell Bronte and it was Doctor Who.
I've never seen Doctor Who.
Clearly.
Oh, gosh. Don't make me laugh, please.
That looks like Bumble and all that.
You should go to Tewkesbury in Gloucestershire.
It's Bumble. Has he got little trainers on? Let's have a look.
He's got Aldi, the Lidls on there. Now he's got boots on.
I think the little
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, look at these. Oh, he's got no teeth.
as a kid.
Bumble as a kid.
What's she looking at? What's she looking at?
I don't know. She's looking what he had to eat, I think.
In the Willows.
Bless. Yeah.
This is a great place to go on if you
It is, yeah. Jorvik Viking Centre.
There's smell-y vision around there, isn't it? You smell everything.
Image of Gary, that even Rachel said it's image of Gary.
You've got screens, yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah. So here, if you ever come as well, this is is it Helen's Church, isn't it? This is where the Vincent van Gogh experience is. I think you pay to go in, and I think you can pay £3 to do like a virtual simulation kind of thing. And apparently it's absolutely fantastic. I've never actually been in myself.
All over the world, I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really good. Fox! Guys, there's a fox. Guys, don't bloody untie your seat, you idiot. Bev, no.
Come and see. Come here.
Oh, bless
Come and see
it.
Kate with the wig.
No, don't. believe you're asking him to come. Bev, I've gone really hot now.
Why?
Oh, God, because he could have come and got us. What do you mean,
You
Ant?
have something in your bag to feed it, I'm sure.
I blooming Ant, no. I have not. Oh, my gosh. Jesus crikey.
It's a fox, not a tiger, love.
A fox, yes. A wild fox.
It didn't look wild to me.
It's not
Looked
just...
after.
It's not got a lead attached to it, has it?
It wasn't wild. It was beautiful.
Blooming heck.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Oh, Kat's been. She says it's really good, that Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, Kathy. They might bite us. And there's Bev saying, come on, here.
It wouldn't have bit me, it might have bit Kay.
Oh, thanks. Oh, we didn't show bar, did we? But, yeah, we've oh, God, our backs is absolutely...
The, whistling going on now for the young ones with the hearing.
That's the Clifford's Tower there, guys. Norman building.
And you can go down that way. Or
Yeah,
you made
to
me walk all the
follow.
way around.
No, you made me walk all the way around. That's the Crown Court, isn't it? Is it Crown Court, isn't it, Bev? That one. Over there, you can just see in the distance. And then back there, you've got the Castle Museum. And then you've got the female and the debtors' prison to the
And
left.
there's the hanging.
Yeah, the hanging doors that we showed, didn't we, last time? So, guys, I think this is where we will depart. Ready for our journey home, because we're back at our cars now. So we hope that you've all enjoyed this evening. Where are we? Can you see us all right? So, have you all enjoyed it? Can you see us? Light's not on us, is it? Thank you so much. Mr. Fox, gone to fit.
Go to the throat. We're not midgets, you know.
Look at that, baby. Thanks, guys. Yeah, our backs are absolutely killing this evening.
Yeah.
I think Bev's jinxed me because I don't normally suffer with a bad back, but
Yeah, I'm struggling now.
yeah. So, thank you for watching us, guys. If you do want to become a supporter, get so much more content, extra places to go and visit, urban exploring, everything like that. They've been out today, haven't they, Ron and Rach? If you just click on a green shield, it's £3.49 to join a month. It's less than the price of a coffee. We do have a stunning pay-per-view. The 20, if the mods could pop it on.
It's 26th. Why is it 27?
I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry, guys. We do have a pay-per-view, so if you want to join the pay-per-view, if you inbox the main page, they will tell you how, give you details on how to pay, and then they will give you the access to the relevant pages. Likewise with supporters, they'll give you all the friendship page, the healthy eating page, and everything else like that. So we hope you've enjoyed this evening, guys.
Make sure you go visit these places when you come to York.
Yeah.
And put it on friendship page as well when you've been.
Yeah, we'd love to see your pictures.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a good night from me, everybody. Thank
And
you.
it's a good night from me.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
See you later.